Hi everyone, Alejandro here at TP-Link, and welcome to episode 6 of our Omada tutorial series. In episode 5, we talked about heat mapping and how it can help you with the placement of your access points for more optimal coverage. In this episode, I'll show you how to configure a mesh network in your controller for more flexible deployment and fewer cable. Let's dive into it. First thing we're going to do, we're going to go into our controller. This is our dashboard. We're going to go into our devices tab so that we can see which devices are pending for adoption. Now, when you are setting up a mesh network, any access point that is only powered up but not wired into your network will show as pending with a little wireless icon. The reason for this is because your wired access points can see this access point wirelessly, and then they inform your controller of its existence in your network. Therefore, your controller can see it as pending wirelessly. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to be adopting this EAP 620 HD. You can just click on it, then adopt. Now notice that as soon as I hit the adopt button, a list popped up showing a list of nearby access points. From here, you can select which access points you want your mesh access point to be uplinked into. So in this case, we're going to choose this access point right here since it has better signal quality. You're free to choose. The controller will still give you a recommendation here. I'm going to pick this one and I'm going to confirm, and that's it. The controller is now adopting the access points. You can notice how the status changes from adopting to configuring, provisioning, the same status that goes through with the rest of the devices. And let's check what status we'll eventually have. And there it is. Now our access point is connected. And notice that it still has a wireless icon right next to it. This is what tells you that this access point is meshed into your network. All right, now let's see how that looks in our topology map. Here it is. This is our router, our switch, our pre-existing access points, and now here you can see that there's a new access point that is wirelessly connected to this access point over here. This is an EAP 783. You can notice how it will show you the health of the wireless backbone. Right now we have minus 48 dBm, so it looks lovely. Once your mesh is formed like this, there's a few things that you can do. You can go to the mesh access point and go to the mesh tab. And then down here you will see the list of nearby access points. It will tell you which one is using as the uplink, and then you have every other option. From here you can force the mesh to switch or the access point to choose a different uplink, and then your mesh will be formed with whatever access point you choose here. Following that same logic, we can do the same thing around. If we go here to the uplink access point and we go to mesh, you will see which access point is downlinked or which access point is its mesh downlink and their signal quality. That's it for mesh. No. One more thing we need to talk about is the failover. If you go here to our settings, site settings, here we have a mesh. There's a feature here called automatic failover. If we enable it, the meshed access point will automatically switch to the better or the best option at that moment for an uplink access point, and then it will reform the mesh. So keep it on if you have a mesh and then there's other access points your mesh access point can uplink to, and that way if anything were to happen to your uplink access point, your mesh will redirect to a new uplink. And that's it for mesh. So we connected our access point with no cables to your network. We saw it pending with the Wi-Fi icon right next to it in the device list. We adopted it by choosing which access point we're going to use as the uplink. And then we checked the signal quality between my uplink and my mesh and where we can force the transfer of that mesh access point to another uplink. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you around.